All right, how's it going with traders? Trader AD here. Generally, you won't see the background so well lit because I make videos at night, but I'm done for today. It's still 11 a.m. Central Time or 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Today is Wednesday, May 20th. So yesterday I didn't have a chance to record because, like I said, I wake up late and I just take a trade when I see it. And I woke up and I saw the trade and I took it, but it was ERI. And you can see right here, let me just go ahead and put up the chart. On ERI, you can see that it dipped down and starting from right here, it started climbing and climbing. And you see the volume just continually ramping up. Now, it does reset a little bit here, but other than that, these were clean 1 minute candles, meaning that it did not retrace or go below the previous 1 minute candle. So as the volume kept spiking higher and higher, there's a volume spike right here that some people may have faked into, but it didn't trigger on ones, and it just kept going higher and higher. And you can tell that that was a high a day right up here. Now you can kind of figure it out on a daily, right up here, as it was approaching past this candle. So the area of interest for me was 3080, and it passed up 3080 and it went over to 3122. So this one was tricky for some people, I believe, because it does hit right here at 31, and then it does come down. You can tell that it comes down right there. Let me get closer. So it does come down after it hits 31, so a lot of people may have entered early, in which case they would get faked out because it decided to break through 31. So this one was a little tricky, but I was able to execute this one. I don't mind being late when it comes to something that moves like this. So I like to bunch up the candles a little bit, just so I can identify the ramp and the slope. So the slope isn't linear; it is accelerating in the rate of change as it passes up 31, and I caught it on a 1 minute trigger. So in this case, it was below 3109. So probably caught it at 31 because of the spreads, and it shot down. And in this one, I made a nice amount of change. This one I made $766, and yeah, one trade, $766, and I'm done. And I caught it probably around here, around this area. Not the very low, obviously, but somewhere around here. So that was that one, and it worked out really well. And basically, if you watch my previous video, I said that I'm going to change things up a little bit. Usually, it really depends on my mindset, and the mindset is dependent on your lifestyle, right? So in this world right now with the COVID, stress levels are high. People are arguing a lot. I know this because my brother-in-law is a police officer, and he's domestic violence has spiked, divorce rates has spiked. I'm happy with my marriage, but things can get tension is are higher because of our immobility, right? So for me, it's just that arm wrestling tournament that I'm looking forward to. And previous to that, before that news, I've always had some issues sleeping. So I literally get 3 or 4 hours of sleep every day, and then take naps in between. So that sucks, right? But other than that, just getting acclimated to that, to my sleeping habits, and still being able to sleep well enough to recover from my workouts. I have this tournament coming up possibly in a month and a half. And I was really hoping that Moderna would come through with the vaccine that looks really promising. But now the news is saying that the data is not valid, not entirely valid. So that makes me a little bit sad. We'll see what happens. Regardless, it's always good to be healthy, right? It's not that I'm unhealthy, but cutting down, my wife likes it, and my blood pressure does go down a bit. So I'm planning on losing about 10 pounds in a month and a half, which is very doable. Just basically 1.5 to 2 pounds a day, a week, and it's gonna hurt, but at the same time, it'll be fine. Even though I'm doing that, I'm changing up my approach to my strategy. I'm still going to use the same strategy, except I'm not going to mess around with anything underneath an A setup. So it's going to be A setups on up. So from that, I mean that if the stock has already done a possible bounce and it's breaking through, I'm not going to take it again for the next bounce, even though it looks parabolic and it looks good. Or if it's climbing up and then it comes back down and it climbs up again, I'm probably not going to take it, even if it's going to approach another daily resistance area. Unless the volume is just ridiculous and it just looks like a unicorn. But most of the time, the first movement is probably the best one. And like I said, that usually happens after 3 15-minute candles. Usually. Sometimes it's in midways in the third 15-minute candle, basically between 30 and 45 minutes after the bell, the market opens. But well, generally I'll look at the volume and I'll know from there. Basically, the volume has to be greater than the morning, and it needs to be ramping up as usual. You guys know my strategy already, I think. So if not, I will create another video talking about what I won't trade. So today I didn't make the mistake like yesterday, and I turned on my screen recorder. So I'm browsing around trying to find the perfect setup. I see a few right here, but these are more like linears, and some of them are curved, so I'm not going to take those. I'm looking for that ramping trade, so which signifies a 90% trade. So I see Azul here, and this one has reset, but on the daily, it shows that I can keep going. Now, if it keeps going, then it's good. But if it doesn't and it goes back and forth, then we're done. So luckily for me, after I made my coffee or brushed my teeth, made my coffee, feed my cat. Maybe I should brush my teeth after coffee. Anyways, it just keeps going. And the candles that it's creating after that breakout, that tiny little breakout, are really clean. They're solid green, bullish candles, and the volume is ramping just so evenly. And I can see on the daily chart that there is an area there. There's an area right there around 870. So looking at the 15s, looks really clean. The 5s, there is a small reset, but that's okay because the volume is still climbing. And there it goes to the very top of 870, and the volume just keeps climbing. It just looks great. So now you can tell from this that a 1-minute trigger would be promising, right? And this may just shoot down, in which case this one does. So just a spoiler alert. But once I see this thing trigger on ones or show a lot of movement downwards on the time and sales, and that's when I'm basically going to short it. So because it looks so beautiful, 4,000 shares. And I probably could have done more, because something like this I don't allow to have the stop at high day. I'm basically going to exit if it goes the wrong way. And I got in, and again, another one of those 1-minute trades, and in and out. Now you can see a little slippage. I saw 400 something, and then when I exited, I got 354, and that's okay. So yesterday, ERA 1 trade 2 minutes. Today, Azul 1 minute $354. Should have checked the range. I could have went a little bit heavier, but that's about it, guys. I'm still gonna look around, but I doubt I'm going to trade anything that's that promising, like Azul was. So yeah, basically that's going to be my strategy from now on, and I think it really does help my subscribers and my family and friends to identify what 90% looks like. 90% is a ramp. Is going to have 3 consecutive 15-minute candles with a ramp in volume, and on the 1 minute it's going to be parabolic. It's going to climb up. The rate of change is going to increase as I approach some kind of resistance area on a daily or support area if I'm going long on something that's going down. So it's either going to go down like this or it's going to go up like this. I'm not looking for any linear movements, and I'm not looking for something that just did a previous breakout. If it did a previous breakout, it better be hours ago. So that's about it, guys. If you like what you see, please support this channel by clicking the like and subscribe, and the notification bell, because every now and then I may be streaming. I have a toss-up between the two. I'll probably just put a poll in the community tab to ask if you guys like long streams or short streams. The difference between the two is if I were to do a short stream, that would mean that I'm in and out of the stream only when I see something. Whereas when I'm in a stream throughout the entire day, it is a little taxing on me, but it's easier to not miss a trade when I see it, because you do notice that these trades go pretty fast sometimes. So entering the stream I may be too late to notify you guys. So it's always good to maybe possibly go into the Discord app in the description. Jeremy Newby is that's his website, and he has a free Discord chat room where I'm there most of the time to announce what I see. But you know, yesterday and today was just so fast. I wake up and I trade and I'm done. I really don't have anything to share. But I'm always there to answer questions, so feel free. And if you like what you see, click the thumbs up. If you don't like what you see, click the thumbs down twice. And I'll see y'all next time. Take care, guys. Bye.